As a parent, we always see one question come up. How can I help my kids the most, right? There's many different things, but let's focus on just this. Just give them the tools. The one thing I hate is when we say, well, they'll figure it out. They're not going to figure out how to lose that 8 pounds on their own. We need to get some nutritional advice, and there's tons here on weight loss and things on my YouTube channel. We need to they're going to figure it out eventually. No, your kid's a stress ball. He doesn't sleep. He chokes in big matches. He cries. He hates it. Even your high school kids wrestle 7 years. He can't win close matches. They're not going to figure it out on their own. And they might, but it might be too late, right? If you want to wrestle in college, you have to have a famous college coach calling you as a 17-year-old kid. You don't have time. So why not? I mean, you can use our YouTube channel. You can get the Winning the Mental Game download at PerulaWrestling.com. It's free. You can go there and get that. You can go online and buy sports psychology books, right? There's some good ones out there. You can even email me, and I will give you my top 3. Nick@PerulaWrestling.com. NICK@ PURLERwrestling.com. I'll send you the ones that I think are best. But you want to attack these issues, right? So giving your kids the tools to succeed is the absolute key, and not being passive. You know, and the thing is this sports nowadays isn't like it was when we were kids. Everyone does YMCA, Corey League baseball, and I'll be damned if some of those kids don't get to play in Division I baseball, and some of them get to play on TV. That was the 80s and early 90s. Nowadays, you can't make a freaking Little League team unless you are well trained. You can say it shouldn't be that way, but that's just the way it is, okay? And I'm not even saying I think it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. We have our academy. We have a beginners. We have our regular academy for the kids who want to come and go at their own pace. Then we have the elite program for those who want to put in more time. That's a once a week year-round commitment. They only train once a week, but they have an option of coming 3 if they want. Then we have our world-class wrestler program. That's twice a week year-round, but we do encourage them to take a few weeks off here and there, obviously. But some come 3 or 4 days a week, depending upon the time of year. But we have a stair-stepping program in place as well. But you cannot have success unless you have the tools. I don't care if you're a baseball player, you're soccer, you're gymnastics. I mean, people are getting expert training out there, and kids are getting left in the freaking dust. So you don't have to spend thousands of dollars, and you certainly don't have to become a master at everything. But just look on YouTube. There's so many great advice there as far as nutritional, strength and conditioning. Maybe if your kid struggles athletically because he needs to get stronger and lose 6 or 8 pounds, then you as a dad and or a mom or as a family can all do a workout program. I did that with my son. He didn't struggle with those things necessarily, but he needed to get strong. So we would lift weights together, twice a week. There's some weightlifting videos on here as well. But the number one thing you can do for your kids is find out what their needs are and help them to get the tools. They need the tools to deal with the emotions of wrestling. They need the tools, the technique tools, right? They need to master the best techniques from the most common positions. Someone's going to grab a collar tie. That means someone takes their right hand usually and grabs my neck, right? And their elbows on the collarbone. That's called a collar tie. Sort of common in college, but certainly common in high school and kids wrestling. You can count. You can prove me wrong. 10, 12, 14, 17 times a match, someone's going to grab your neck with a collar tie in high school, middle school, and kids wrestling. Let's just say 10. Well, it's going to be more than that, but you get 60 matches this year. That's 600 times this year someone grabs your neck, and you haven't mastered the 3 best ways to score from there. Underhook, throw by, collar jerk, elbow pass. That's what we do, right? And those of you who've been to our takedown machine camp or a 3-position or any of our camps have mastered those, because we have to master that position. Plus practice, no less than 4,000 times this year someone's going to grab your neck. And if you wrestle year-round, it might be 7,000, 8,000 times this year. And I'm not exaggerating. That's a position you need to master. And you can't just have one attack. You need to have a couple. We're not going to have 37. There's not anyway. But that would be stupid, right? But we focus. And that's the reason, we had 41 state champs last year in our academy. It's just because we live on mastery. We want to win so bad, and we write down how can we win, and then we do it. And that's the problem, is we want to win, but we never like attack it, you know? So I'm asking you as a parent to attack it and help your kids to get the tools, find out what their main needs are, and then use these online resources and attack it. And if you have to spend money on a home mat or whatever, or some instructional videos and things, skip a couple of tournaments. A tournament's $100. You know, I mean, you can do it, right? But a lot of what you need is just simply free. You know, it's just, there's so much great information out there. So there's my advice on how to help your kids the most. Good luck. You can hit the bell if you want to be notified when we add videos. We have hundreds of technique videos on the way, and our full online academy is being built right now. We've been in the DVD circuit here for about 20 years. But, anyways, you can look forward to that too if you had interest. Either way, we wish you guys luck, and you can hit the subscribe button, and good luck to you this year.